Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. I have for you a bunch of first impressions from the drugstore and from Sephora. So, what I have for you today, I've got the new Neutrogena. This is the Healthy Skin Blends Natural Radiance Bronzer. This sort of looks orangey, but almost like a red tone bronzer as well. And excuse my self-tan hands. Oh my gosh, in my e.l.f. video, I left the self-tan on for like 5 hours without rinsing it off. So here we are. I tried to scrub it off, but it's what it is. And I've got the cream to powder Physicians Formula. This is the toffee bronzer. And we've got new from L'Oreal, Glowing Nude. It's Age Perfect. So this is the new Age Perfect line. And it looks like this. Very, very beautiful. It's a nice sheen. Oh, how lovely that is. And then I've got the Maybelline Cheek Heat, which I did do a review on the new Dream Radiant line. That's available in stores now, so that's where I got this. And here is the foundation I'm going to be reviewing today. This is the Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. It's got sunscreen, it's got broad spectrum SPF, antioxidants, and concentrated serum. Got mine in the shade Nude Beige. So this is just aimed toward, more mature skin and less settling into the fine lines and things like that. I feel like this is going to be a dupe for the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. This one especially. Not the Dream Radiant and not the Dream Urban Cover. But this one looks like it's geared more for, the mature skin. And also looks like it's going to be a dupe for the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. So I will be trying that. And I also have, for the high end, the Hourglass concealer. It's brand new. Oh, also from the drugstore, we've got Brilliant Eyes. It's liquid eyeshadow from L'Oreal. And I have the new PRACKT blush and lip duo in She's Secure and She's Seductive. So we will be reviewing that. So yeah, if you're excited for this video, you can give it a thumbs up while you're watching, and let's just get straight into the video. So as always for foundation reviews, I'm going to be going in with my trusted primer that I always use. This is the Hourglass Veil Primer. This is really, really great for controlling oil. It's for oily skin and dry skin. Really smooths the area. It perfects the area. Clogs pores. It fills in pores, and it just smooths any texture on the skin. Now, I am going to be going in with this is the Kevin Aquan. No, that's the lipstick. I was going in with my Tarte color corrector, so I'm going to color correct and then I'll be right back. Alright, now before we go in with the foundation, I do have the claims pulled up here. It comes in 30 shades at the drugstore, which is really, really great. It's formulated with SPF 50, vitamin B3, and hydrating serum for all-day hydration, evens tone, and provides a natural radiant finish. Lightweight formula does not settle into lines. Specifically designed for mature skin. I am considered mature skin. I think everyone is, because we are constantly aging. As time goes on, all of us are aging. So we all are getting into mature skin, no matter what. But I am 33, so yes, I am considered mature skin. It's formulated with the vitamin 3 and hydrating serum. It's radiant serum foundation, evens tone with natural radiant consistency. All the benefits of a foundation with the added advantage of an all-day hydration and SPF 50. Obviously, go in with your SPF prior. I did my moisturizer and my SPF prior to this, so I'm going to go in one side with a brush and one side with a beauty blender. Alright, I'm going in this side with the beauty blender. Now, I do have to say this is $15.99, and in this you get 1 fluid ounce. That's not too bad, but for the drugstore it's a little bit pricey. I did test this in store, and it oxidizes about 1 to 2 shades. So keep that in mind, just something to note. I feel like it is really nice coverage so far. So far I would say it's a light medium coverage. See what happens if I go in with a second layer. It's covering all those blemishes pretty nicely. And obviously this is a squeezy tube foundation, so. Ooh, I do find that it's actually covering all of those. Obviously this is texture. It's not enhancing my texture at all, but it completely covered that up. So I think you can actually build this to full coverage. It's super, super lightweight. It's almost like a moisturizer, it feels like. Like a very light, it almost feels like a water weight. So the only thing is it does oxidize. So as you can see from this side to this side, with foundation, without foundation. It looks really, really nice. Obviously I'm going to have that texture there, but there's nothing I can do about that. But it looks super full coverage, but not cakey or heavy on the skin. I'm loving the way that it looks. So let's go in with a brush on this side. Going with the BK 101 foundation brush, I'm just going to be stippling this into the skin. Oh, so lightweight. This is impeccable for a first impression. I am going to wear this all day, and it is currently 11 o'clock in the morning. So I'll be wearing this all day, and I'll let you know my thoughts in a pinned comment or in the description box, whatever one I forget to do. It's almost acting as if it's though a concealer as well. I find that I, on an everyday basis wouldn't need concealer, and obviously I'm matching my face to my body because I'm self-tanned at the moment, but do note that it does oxidize. Oh, I just went in with the brush over on this side, my goodness. But I do find that even with the Beauty Blender, and even with the brush, it's leaving no brush streaks at all anywhere. So here's what the foundation is looking like. On this side, I didn't have to build it up because I didn't have texture. I didn't have any, breakouts on this side to cover up. So here's what it looks like with one layer and with two layers. I feel like it's looking really, really nice, really perfect, honestly. This is like my ideal foundation. Yes, I'm loving that. So I'm going to go get our concealer and let's try that out. I did see a review on this just this morning as I was filming and was dismayed. Oh, obviously this is a squeezy tube, which isn't ideal because when you get to the end, you can't get it all out, although you could cut the top off and get it out that way. But I was dismayed because I had heard that the Hourglass concealer was not that great, but everyone's skin is different, so let me go ahead and try this. Also note that I don't bring it up all the way to that crease that everyone has under their eye. I just find that it enhances more, so I always bring it down a little bit lower. Before I get into the demonstration, the Hourglass, it retails for $36, I think. Let me double check on that, but it is for all skin types, and it comes in 22 shades. It's a full coverage, weightless, and waterproof concealer with microspherical powders that blurs and brightens for up to 16 hours of skin perfection. Full coverage, natural finish, liquid formulation for every skin type. Free of sulfates, SLS, and SLES, parabens, phthalates, mineral oil, and contains less than 1% of synthetic fragrance. It's also vegan and cruelty-free. So let's try this baby out. I did forget to give you the price. Alright, so this is $34, and you only get 0.2 ounces. That is a tiny amount, and I chose mine in cedar. So we're going to go in on the under eye. I'm going to bring it down like this. I'm just going to use the Beauty Blender for this part. Wow, that is really nice and brightening as it claims. It looks full coverage too. I'm going to bring you in a little bit. You guys can see that. And I never bring it up here because that just accentuates things. So far, based on that one little application, it does look full coverage to me. If you see any pre-filmed videos with me doing my concealer way up high, it's just a new technique that I wanted to start doing to not make me look crepey and older than I normally am, and also to give you guys a better, accurate representation of the concealer, because I feel like since everyone has those folds in the under eye, that unfortunately it's always going to settle there. So I'm just going to put some down the sides of my nose, in the middle of my nose, right up here. I don't want to do too much because I don't know how fast it settles down, and I don't know if it's one that I need to set. I'll let you know in just a few seconds. So it's a perfect shade match for me. The Vanish. So it's like a spin on their Vanish foundation. Not the stick foundation, but the liquid foundation, which I was not a fan of. So it is obviously super brightening, as it claims to be. Wow. So I'm really, really liking this, honestly, right now. I'm going to be doing 10-hour wear test on this. So far it's set really quickly. I'm not going to need to powder this, or I'll powder very lightly. The foundation does need to be set, but we're going to go in with our cream product first, the products that I have. Going with the Physicians Formula, this is the cream to powder formula. So this can go on right over powdered skin, and I just find this very flattering. Contour the sides of my nose, a little on the lips, and then we'll blend that out. So I just find that this is super forgiving, really almost like you can use this as a bronzer. You can use it with a brush or a beauty sponge, whatever you desire. Super forgiving. This looks like a really pretty bronzer all by itself. So I recommend you can use this as a bronzer, not really a contour. It's pretty warm. But yeah, that's looking really beautiful. Now let's go on with the cheek heat. I did do a first impressions on this in a wear test. And these are a dupe for the Glossier Cloud Paints, just letting you know. But don't get the lightest shade. You need to get like these shades and then the more red shade, because they're super, super sheer. Just doing a little swatch for you guys. As you can see here, it's super, super bright, but as you blend it out, look how sheer it gets. And it has a little luminosity to it, so it's super beautiful, I find. And a little product goes a very, very long way, so I'm just taking literally this much. I'm going to dot it on the cheeks, and there's a lot of working time with this. I find that you don't need, do you see how sheer that is? But it's so beautiful. I find that I need the smallest amount. Look how beautiful. Just that little tiny bit is perfect for the amount for the day. I'm just going to go in with just a little bit more. And so I did find that some people that reviewed this product, you know, complained that it was way too sheer. But look, if you get a color like this, a really bright color that you can see on my hand, and these last all day. They're very hard to get off, and they set down to a powder. So again, it's the cream to powder formula. I just find that that's really super beautiful on the skin, and like you can see here, it is lasting all day. It has a slight sheen to it. And so far, I'm loving this foundation, but I do need to set it. So this is what one side of the face looks like set with powder, and the other side not set with powder. I feel like I would rock this on a daily basis without any powder. I think this is great for oily combination and especially dry people. I think if you powder this down, if you powder this down pretty heavily if you're oily, I find that this is a first impression, that based on the first impression that you will like this foundation. So in the concealer, I just lightly set with powder. You can't deny that it is super, super brightening. I mean, my lights aren't doing any justice. I'm in natural light, but if I keep turning, you know, those bags kind of go away. So it is full coverage, and I do really, really like it. I hope you guys find this review helpful. I just did some light contouring, and now we're going to go in with the Neutrogena Healthy Skin, the bronzing powder. I do find, though, that if you are dry skin and you find that this foundation's too, you know, dewy or tacky, that you could apply the cream products, set the cream products, and then set the perimeters of the face. I do find that that would also work. So going in with a bronzing brush, I'm just using my BK Beauty brush. This is a foundation brush, but it doubles as, you know, you can use it for a multitude of things. The BK Beauty line is really, really good because the brushes are multifunctional, so. And I can still see that blush coming through from the liquid cream blush. So I find that that bronzer looks really, really nice. It doesn't look too warm or anything like that. So, and for contour, I used my Smashbox Cali contour, and I just used this shade in it, the ashy shade. And not my friend, but Her channel is The Honest Beauty Review, and I picked up a bunch of her recommendations, the Kevin Kwan powder, so I want to see how that is. I didn't get the whole powder. There's a powder duo, one with a highlight, and then also, you know, the contour powder, so I can't wait for that to come in to review that for you guys as well. And then now we're going in with the PRACKT cheek product. So I want to see how that does. I heard it was really sheer. Alright, so here's one side with the monochromatic blush. It looks like this. I'll swatch it for you guys, give you guys a nice swatch. So it's really, really nice and subtle. I did build it up, but it is pretty pigmented, I feel. This is in She's Seductive. So I'm going with my BK Beauty 104 brush. This is my favorite brush because you can do contour, you can do blush, bronzer with this, and a little on the temples and here, across the nose, and it just looks so fresh. Wow, I find that this is absolutely beautiful. And PRACKT, you know, he likes the monochromatic stuff, so this is his monochromatic line part of it, and we'll do the lips after. I'm going to go throw on an eye look, and then we'll do highlighter and lips together, and we will be done. And then I will pin a comment and let you know. I may even pop in a few hours and let you know how everything is doing. I look kind of crazy. I've lined my lips with my Sorbet lip liner. I'm going to kind of take it down a little bit and blend that in. So I use the PRACKT blush for my transition shade up here because that's what he likes to do with his clients. He likes to do monochromatic looks. Then I just took a darker brown shade, any brown shade. Now we're going to go in with our brilliant eyes, and this is an Amber Sparkle from L'Oreal. And I'm going to take my MAC 242S, and I'm going to place that on the brush and go in. Oh, that's stunning. Wow. That's just like the e.l.f., but a little bit muted down. So this is like an everyday wearable shimmer. So pretty. I just went in with the Superfan mascara from Smashbox. My natural light is coming through the blinds. You've got some work time with this. I mean, do you guys see that? How pretty. That is absolutely stunning. And a little goes a long way. I am impressed with that shade. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, I've just turned off my lights. This is natural lighting. What do you guys think about the eyes? I absolutely love it. We're going with the PRACKT She's Secure. This is a liquid lipstick or a gloss. I like the Stofa applicator. I always love applicators like this. So it's a really thin formula. The shade is brilliant. Wow, I love this shade a lot. So I'm going to do, you know, the PRACKT, and then I'm going to take that off and go in with the new L'Oreal to show you guys, in Glowing Nude, to show you guys what this looks like. It's for the age, you know, anti-aging thing. But throughout this tutorial, it's been about 45 minutes since I last saw you guys because I had some things to do and all that. But it's really, really beautiful on the skin. It looks incredible. I think I'm going to pop in here in about a couple hours and let you guys know how it's doing. So I'm going to wipe off this lip, which I really, really like. Put on some lashes and we'll try this on and then we'll talk. Alright, now I just put on some false lashes. These are the Cosmic Lashes in the style Honey. So here's what the eye looks like. There's no liner. Didn't put any liner on the eyes. So I'm just going with this L'Oreal Infallible 216 Glowing Nude. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. So this is very, very nice and creamy, very hydrating. It's not going to settle into the lip lines. Ooh, I love this. I think I'm going to keep this one on. I like this more than the PRACKT, honestly. So this is from the Age Perfect line. I'm going to pop in here in a couple hours and let you guys know I had to nix the natural light because it was all coming in through the blinds and it was looking like completely crazy. So this is what everything's looking like. All powdered down, all done. What do you guys think? I haven't seen anybody review this. They probably have. But I haven't seen anybody that I watch review this foundation. So I will pop in a few hours and let you know how everything is going. Alright guys, just popping back in. It's about 3.5 hours later. The lipstick, surprisingly, I blotted it and everything. And I've drank, so it's wearing off just a little bit in here. But it's not wearing off terribly. I really like this. I love this foundation. Loving everything about everything. My under eye is really, really smooth. Doesn't look crepey or cakey. I really love how it's sitting and it's super brightening. So everything is a-okay at this point. Nothing has shifted or moved. I don't really have oily skin in the winter and it's really cold here. Like minus 20, so I don't think my oils are going to come through or anything like that. I'm not doing anything strenuous, so again, I will leave a pinned comment or in the description box a note about how it wore for the rest of the day. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing. Like the video if you do, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.